Well, guys, I just got back from seeing Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, which takes place in the Poohniverse. like, it always tickles me when I say the Poohniverse, but I have a soft spot for it. If you've seen my reviews for Winnie the Pooh, Bud and Honey Parts 1 and 2, then you know that I have a soft spot for it. So yeah, like this whole universe kicked off with those movies, and just when you thought the harsh reviews for part one, well, pretty valid reviews, were like, okay, no, this was garbage. Like you figured that would just knock them off the tracks. Nope, here we are. Like they made part two. Now we're gonna have a whole established universe with, and then now we jump over to Peter Pan, and then we're gonna jump over to many other characters. So yeah, here we are. How did we get here? I don't know, but I'm here for the long haul, guys. I'm here for the long haul. But yeah, um, this movie kind of takes the original story back to its roots to some degree, since it was pretty morbid to begin with. Like like for many years, like we would think like, no, I mean, like, but Disney, like, they made it family friendly, and then you're thinking that's where it all started. But apparently not. Like I didn't know that until I became an adult, and I was just like, interesting, okay. So yeah, but they take it to many other levels, this movie. Like this movie definitely gave me Black Phone vibes. Like I don't know if I think they said that that's part of the inspiration of making this movie. And if that's the case, like yeah, that I definitely felt the inspiration for sure. And there was a couple moments where Peter Pan himself reminded me, like where he interacts with one of the kids like in a very Pennywise like manner. And like I mean, you seen that in the trailer. And then there's also like where he puts on clown makeup. I know like it kind of gives you Arthur Fleck from the Joker movies vibes, but like when I see him, like when I saw him in that makeup, like it just made me I at first glance I thought of Eric Draven just by looking at him. I'm just like, oh, okay, interesting. But when you see how that plays out in the movie, I'm like, all right, interesting approach. And I think like these characters were this movie does take itself more seriously than I thought it would. Like if you hear the idea, like yeah, we're gonna make a horror movie about Peter Pan, but he abducts children or whatever, and then you thinking, okay, haha, a dark comedy, but no, it takes itself pretty seriously, even more seriously than the Winnie the Pooh movies. Like the Winnie the Pooh movies, like they did take themselves seriously, especially part two, but it had moments where it was silly, like with like when you see Tigger in that movie. But here, there's none of that tongue in cheekness. Like there's not really moments of laughter unless you're laughing because you're uncomfortable. Like yeah, but not because you think it's funny, you know. And like even Wendy was well written. Like I called it immediately, like, oh, they're gonna make her a final girl, right? And that's exactly what they do. And Tinkerbell is an interesting direction. I didn't think they were gonna do that with Tinkerbell. I was like, okay, all right. And how they go with the pixie dust route, okay, like now we're yeah, like if you're doing it in a more grounded fashion, then yeah, they do it in a more fucked up way. And then with Captain Hook, this opportunity to make him like a Dr. Loomis type character, because like him and Peter Pan are arch enemies. Like if Peter Pan's like a serial killer in this movie, you could have had like Captain Hook as like a crazy guy that's trying to tell people like about Peter Pan, but they went in another direction with them. I kind of wish they went in that direction. We saw a bit more of them, and we see them go back and forth. But still, with what they did, it was still interesting. Like like from the look of Captain Hook, I'm just like, okay, I wish we saw a bit more of him. But that's my only little wincy gripe. But I still had a pretty good time with this movie, and like, I don't know. I mean, like, it's, like, I have a soft spot for these kind of horror movies. Like back when they did Winnie the Pooh, I'm like, okay, I gotta see where, what they do with this. Part two's coming? Okay, I gotta see what's up here. And it still baffles my mind of how we got in here. And this movie is a pretty cool addition to the Poohniverse, so I have to give it a 7 out of 10. Definitely. And I'm looking forward to what they have lined up for Bambi, The Reckoning, and Pinocchio Unstrung. I think that's the title of the movie. And then when we have the crossover, Poohniverse Assemble, I think that's what the movie's called. I'm here for it, just like I said, the long haul. So if you are going to go see the movie, it's going to be in for like 3 days. So this is the first of the 3 days. So I'd say if you have not been introduced to the Poohniverse, I mean, jump on Peacock. I think the Winnie the Pooh movies are on there. Watch those 2 movies and then go to the theater and check out Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. And if you have seen those movies, I'm curious to know your thoughts. I mean, feel free to tell me what you thought of it. Do you plan on seeing it? If you didn't, I can understand if you said no. It's not for everybody. But yeah, if you like it, if you like this video, make sure you thumb it up, click subscribe, notification bell, the whole shebang. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So until then, take care. Peace out, y'all.